Skinny Hardaway 70 back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing every single day, not just today. Boxing and sports today. We're here with the fight breakdown and predictions between Jerry Big Baby Anderson versus Andre Rudenko. Rudenko, my bad. And we also here with the fight breakdown and prediction between F.A. Ajagba and Kossobutskiy. His name is Kossobutskiy. Let me get his first name for y'all. Kossobutskiy. We gonna start with Jerry Anderson, right? But we got Effie Ajagba versus Zan Kossobutskiy and Jerry Anderson versus Andre Rudenko, right? We're going to start with Jerry Anderson versus Andre Rudenko. Jerry Anderson 15-0, 14 KOs, stands 6'4.5" with a 78-inch arm reach. He's facing off against Andre Rudenko. Andre Rudenko is 35-6 with 21 knockouts. He's been stopped once himself. I went through his opponents to see if he had any opponents that you may or may not recognize, right? He got Wally Zhang on here. He lost to Wally Zhang by unanimous decision. Wally Zhang didn't get the knockout. He got Alexander Povetkin. Y'all know Alex Povetkin. He got Alexander Povetkin on here. Unanimous decision. Povetkin didn't get the knockout. Huri Fury, right? He got a loss to Huri Fury as well. Unanimous decision loss. Huri Fury didn't get the knockout. And he also has a fight against Lucas Brown. You know what I mean? Names you may know this Lucas Brown also didn't get the knockout, right? So this guy is an experienced veteran guy. He has over 41 fights and he has never been stopped. I mean, he's only been stopped once, right? I want you to let that sink in for a second, right? Over 41 fights, he's only been stopped once. He was stopped once in 2021 by a guy named Vladislav Sharenko in the sixth round. It was a TKO stoppage, right? He's facing off against Jerry Anderson. Jerry Anderson in his last fight, he faced off against Charles Martin. Some people, say, well, Big Baby Anderson was exposed by Charles Martin. Some people feel like Big Baby Anderson, got that work and got that experience that he needed versus a veteran Olympic medalist like Charles Martin. For one, I don't feel like Charles Martin, exposed Big Baby Anderson. I feel like Big Baby Anderson needed that work from Charles Martin, and he got it right. We've been saying for a while we want to see Big Baby Anderson tested against someone who we feel like has a good chance of beating him. So that fight with Charles Martin, it was exactly what I expected. I remember Charles Martin faced off against Luis Ortiz, and everybody was saying Luis Ortiz was just going to do him dirty. Now Luis Ortiz did stop Charles Martin, but a lot of people forget that Charles Martin was actually up in that fight and he was doing really, really well versus Luis Ortiz before Luis Ortiz got that stoppage. Charles Martin came out against Big Baby Jerry Anderson, a younger fighter, a less experienced fighter, and he showed that Big Baby Anderson, of course, like we knew, right? Because he is again a young fighter, only has 15 fights, that he still needed work. I think when you're a young boxer like Jerry Big Baby Anderson, a wake up call like that, it could be good for you. It also showed me that Big Baby Anderson does have, some other tools inside of his bag. He's not just a knockout guy. If he has to adjust, he has no problem making the adjustments and adjusted in the fight. Now I said all that to say this. This guy that Big Baby is facing off against, he's only been stopped once in 41 fights, right? He got stopped 2 years ago, a TKO stoppage, but getting stopped isn't his thing. In this fight, I'm going Big Baby Jerry Anderson to win this fight by knockout. This guy is 6 foot tall. Jerry Anderson is 6'3", 6'4", right? He's coming off that Charles Martin performance where some people feel like he didn't perform as he should. So I'm thinking Big Baby's going to come out here and he's going to want to make a statement, you know what I mean, versus this guy, right? So I got Big Baby Jerry Anderson to win by knockout over Rudenko, right? So I got Big Baby knockout win over Rudenko. I'm going to put this Rudenko. I'm going to put this in the chat, and then we go move it along to the next fight. Shout out my guy, New Fat Boy Fitness. Shout out my guy, Yoda Wise Crush. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Yoda Wise. Glad you could make it. If y'all could, hit that thumbs up for your boy. I ain't gonna hold up too much of y'all time. We got to slide on up out of here. But first, let's get to the main event fight of the night. And we got FA in this fight, right, is going to be a little more competitive, than that Big Baby Jerry Anderson fight. In the main event of the night, we got FA Ajagba versus Khan Kossobutskiy, right? His name is these guys got some hard names to say, right? Zan Kossobutskiy, right? So we got F.A. Ajagba, who doesn't have the easiest name himself, right? Versus Zan Kossobutskiy. F.A. Ajagba is 17-1 with 17 KOs, 6'6" with an 85-inch arm reach. He's facing off against Zan Kossobutskiy, 19-0, 18 KOs, never been stopped. He stands 6'3". So F.A. Ajagba has a 2-inch height advantage over Kossobutskiy, and his arm reach isn't listed. But I'm tell you guys, I've seen these guys fights, right? I've seen his fights, and he has very, very short arms, especially compared to F.A. Ajagba with the 85-inch arm reach. But Zan Kossobutskiy for notable opponents, right? He got Johan Dupas. That's the guy that Deontay Wilder knocked out. You may recognize that name from Deontay Wilder. Right. He got Dupas. Dupas also for AJ and Dylan White as well. Joey Dewecki, right? He stopped Joey Dewecki. He stopped Jonathan Dupas as well. Pretty much like that'll be everybody, of namesake. So he doesn't have the most extensive resume. This guy, the F.A. Ajagba, is fighting. But understand that he is a dangerous fighter in his right with the 19 wins and 18 KOs. This fight right here is one that's tough to call, right? You know what I mean? It's going to be tough to call because both these guys have a decent amount of boxing ability. Both these guys are patient punchers, right? F.A. Ajagba in his fight versus Stephen Shaw, he showed me that he does have other things in his bag that he can box. He's not just a knockout puncher. Kossobutskiy, he stopped Joey Dewecko. He stopped pretty much everybody that he's been in the ring with over a methodical kind of approach, right? They do have Kossobutskiy, the slight favorite in this fight, right? Let's go to these odds real quick. They got F.A. Ajagba minus 112, and I think Kossobutskiy is minus like 126, right? So F.A. Ajagba would be the slight underdog in this. I'm leaning towards F.A. Ajagba in this, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I think the size is going to make the difference. Both guys, I think, especially with F.A. No fight against Stephen Shaw. F.A. showed me that he does possess, those boxing skills. I think both guys are going to come here and be patient. They're going to try to land their jab, then they're going to try to follow with their right hand to bring that damage. I think F.A. Ajagba will have a better shot at doing so because he's the taller, much more rangier fighter in said fight. You know what I mean? This guy that he's fighting can't box, but he has extremely short arms, as I mentioned earlier. I'm expecting F.A. Ajagba to be able to land his jab and connect a little more than Kossobutskiy is, given all the ground that he's going to have to make up due to height, right? So I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too long. I got F.A. Ajagba. I got F.A. Ajagba uh, to win this fight. I'm gonna go unanimous decision. I'm gonna go MD F.A. Ajagba, right? I'm gonna go F.A. Ajagba. I'm gonna go F.A. Ajagba, right? Majority decision win over Kossobutskiy. I don't think anybody is going to get knocked out. Both these guys, you know what I mean, may get knocked down. Both these guys like to line you up with their right straight. I think that F.A. Ajagba is going to be able to land a little bit more given the range. So I got FA Ajagba majority decision win over Kossobutskiy. I don't think these guys are going to get knocked out. FA Ajagba does have knockout power. Kossobutskiy does have knockout power. This will be the highest level opponent for Kossobutskiy, and also probably, if not the highest level, right? Pretty high level opponent for FA Ajagba. So I don't see either guy getting stopped in this fight. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all sliding through, Skin Hardaway 7T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.